something.
Yo.
ABX, what it do, y'all?
What it do?
So, first off, how was y'all week?
Fabulous.
Good week, yeah.
Fabulous.
Got some things done, positive things done.
Yeah. All right, same.
Yeah.
Shout out to the gang. Bree, Pounds, Nutty, Megan, Brett, Sam. Gang.
Salute.
Love y'all, miss y'all. Nephew over in the corner, how you feeling? Nephew running the show today again, y'all.
I'm feeling good.
All right.
How was your week, sir?
Oh, it was very productive, sir. Very productive. Heartwarming.
Word.
CC, how you doing?
Caught you off guard.
You want to grab the mic?
Hey.
Doing good.
Let them know what's going on with you and your 3.3 and
How's the clothing brand working? What are you moving forward? What are you doing?
versus talk about that 3.3.
Right.
Let's deal with that first.
Our report cards came out this week, and I looked on it, and I had ended my quarterly with 3.3.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Graduate.
2 more weeks.
We're going to slide a cotton gown on and let her come in here and two-step on the stage or something.
Young
Dance
erudite
on
scholar.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we could do a little set it up. Graduation.
We got the banners.
Woke up. Give her a
something.
little poem. Okay.
Works for me.
It's worth it.
Mama, how you doing?
I'm wonderfully blessed and highly favored.
You got 2 minutes.
I got 2 minutes.
Nah.
Lord have mercy. He cut me short, y'all. He cut me short.
Nah, what's going on, Mama?
I had a blessed day, and to watch the yoga, the stand-do on Friday, and we keep getting healthy with the CMOS, and you all going out helping people who cannot get bags of food they can cook for themselves.
Yeah.
I am so proud of y'all. And we had a assembly line at the house yesterday with amazing sandwiches
The
for
stuff
the
we
kids.
did yesterday.
Jay's taking the bags. I'm
Great time to
stuff
say
in
it,
the
right?
bag. Jacob in his share. We looking forward to next weekend so that we can do more for everyone. And I appreciate y'all for stepping out and doing this.
So what she's referring, we'll get to that in a second. Sis is back in the building. What's going on? How you?
Nothing much. Hanging in there.
That's it. Jacob and Jade, as you can see, are up here with us today. Specifically, Jacob is here because the topic we want to talk about actually, we'll get to that in a minute. But Jacob, what's up, son?
Hello.
How you feeling?
Good. What's the topic?
It's not really, you're not going to be a pop, but it's okay.
Cool.
Jay, what's up, boo? What's up?
Hey, she's speaking today.
How you feeling? Good.
English.
Huh?
English.
She's speaking English.
You speak? I didn't say what you speaking. I said
How you
why we got to go through this? She just wanted to be difficult sometimes on camera. See the straight face she got. I'm looking at her face. It's okay. Sissy, what's going on, man?
Ain't nothing chilling.
I know your week was good because I seen your work.
Yes, Lord.
I know it was good, but I'm getting stressed out, y'all.
Man.
Paranoid. These people got me tensed up. I just want to hide behind the Love DC Go-Go movement for a little bit longer. But I can't, you know what I mean? And I just got to roll with the punches.
Well,
but no, it's blessed.
I was going to say, well, listen, I know what she's saying, but y'all need to make sure y'all go to Crank Rock, www.crankrock.com and get you some gear. Love DC Go-Go, get you some everything hippie.
I have my own website, actually, too. So my website, It's
No, I wanted you to do that. Go ahead.
everythinghippies.com.
And see, I didn't know that you had your own website.
I do. It's
There
in
you
my
go.
link
Yes.
in the bio. And the thing is, we pay the website a fee monthly. So we want people, and we're trying to train people to go through the website, and we're shipping things out. You know, we have a team right now. We got like 3-4 people, and we get things out the same day. If you order it in the morning, it's before 4. We're going to the post
And
office.
you
So
said
it's
it's everythinghippie.com, right?
and it's everything hippies with an S. So everything hippies with an S.
Okay, so that's www.everythinghippies with an S.com.
Yeah, that's my logo. I mean, that's my website. Link in the bio on my IG page, and yeah.
Pop in, pull up, show love.
Yeah.
The website is there for a reason, people. And if you look at her page and see the gear, listen, man, this last line of stuff is torch.
That's my mighty hippies.
It's torch.
And
But-
it's good for the old
Dedicate.
people too.
I got that's why we got 2 logos. I got one with a J and then one without, which is the Rugrats like logo.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to be able to spin it.
So that way you're
Yeah.
not boxing yourself in. Right. That said, yesterday, we went out. Well, yesterday we made brown lunch bags.
Yes, we did.
Sir.
How many y'all do?
36.
All right.
And went out and fed the hungry.
Okay.
It was I did it. We spent early in the week, right? But Brody really took yesterday and ran to the store and picked up the vast majority of the stuff and came in and we made the bags and we hopped out and went and did it. It was really like,
Okay.
let's see if we can
Just run it.
just do it. Let's run it.
Just run it.
And it was really productive. It was really good. It felt really good.
Okay.
It was fun.
So we are going to try to do this weekly. Well, I'm not going to say apply that pressure. We're going to try to do it as often as we can. I think it's a need. I think a lot of people actually were receptive, which it wasn't sure because, during these times, you're not really sure who's going to accept what. So we want to put it out there because we're not necessarily looking for money. But if you want to donate money to getting things, helping us be able to get things, but definitely stores and people with food items, we are looking for people to donate. Canned goods, not necessarily because we're trying to do like little lunch bags. So
Okay,
preferably
okay.
sealed items,
Sealed
Lunchables, snacks, chips,
Fruit snack.
bottles of water,
Okay.
juice, little fruit snacks, things like that we can throw in the bag that's sealed because of these,
Conditions.
conditions and people. We try to make sure we fair to that. Any of those items that people want to donate, or if you have a link that we can sit down with and talk, because we are a licensed nonprofit where I do have the license and paperwork to back to where we can set up whatever we need to set up in terms of donation and sponsorship. So if anybody's willing to donate food items, please do reach out to us.
Please.
Our website is www.abstractxcilence.com. We are also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're here. YouTube. Call in 240-719-2560 when we're here, or you can call line 301-549-9695. Either way, we are trying to make an impact and help others. So if you can help us help them, that would be great. We would appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yesterday was definitely a blessing, we had talked it up. Actually, how it started was us going to New Vegan.
Funny enough.
If you don't know, people of the world are on Ramadan. We're all fasting right now. So I go to New Vegan around 7 o'clock every day, and Ark and JD been going with me, and we just been getting vegan food at 8 o'clock, right before sundown, so I could eat at sundown. And right around that time is when a lot of the homeless and the hungry, they hang around the restaurants because it's closing at 8, and they're trying to see if they could get a meal. So it was a gentleman, an older gentleman out there that he was a street worker. He, clean the streets, picked up trash. Sometimes he'll be the guy who does the crosswalk for the kids someday, right there on Georgia Avenue. And came up one day and asked me for some change. I didn't have any change. I was using the Apple Pay that day. And he was like, all he wanted was some greens. And I legit had some greens at the top of my bag. And I gave him my greens. So ever since that day, it was on my mind like, yo, a lot of people are hurting out here. A lot of people weren't even homeless because, you know, his whole thing was he wasn't even homeless. He was getting retirement, but it was only good enough for, you know, his rent and his medicine. And he couldn't afford to eat. So it's a whole lot of situations. So we was out there feeding the hungry, not just the homeless.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's why I captioned it that way at the beginning. Right.
Yeah. So it was big. It was powerful. I'm inspired. You know, I'm inspired to do more. You know, like, you know, you don't really realize what impact.
Hungry?
Yeah. Who's hungry
Who's
and what
hungry?
impact you have on
Or
people.
what hungry looks like.
We rolled up on a brother. He looked like he was going through hard times, but he was literally digging in the trash, y'all. It blew my mind. Like we literally slid up on him and was like,
So y'all just rode around randomly?
Yeah,
just
and
rolled
what I
around,
wanna
man.
add
New
to
York
that-
Avenue,
New York Avenue,
That's dope.
9th Street Tunnel,
Is that I don't
3rd
think-
Street.
The tent
all-
I don't
Yep.
think what he said.
All the
I don't
shelters,
think everybody
all the-
we gave bags to, honestly, were homeless. There was a few guys like walking on the street, but they were hungry.
Right.
They were hungry.
That's
You know, they were
Yeah.
hungry.
feeding
So
the hungry, not
Yeah,
we want to
not
be
just the
clear that
homeless,
these
yeah.
times, man, I have a lot of people hungry. They have homes, but they don't have food in the house.
Right.
So what we ideally hope to be able to do is grow with this situation because there are a lot of people hungry. Like you said, we ride around and just pass out food to people who want. Like we got bag lunch. Somebody you hungry, you kids walking on the street, and we got some bag lunches, and we can afford to do that.
Yeah.
Right, on the
Like
hot day.
we want to be like it's. Everybody should eat, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, all jokes to the
Yeah,
side,
I got
everybody
that.
got to eat, B. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it wasn't nothing too crazy, you know. Peanut butter and jelly sandwich,
Okay.
bag of chips,
Protein.
Utz, Lays. You know, we had the peanut butter
basic.
cracker, something to stick to your bones. If you don't want to eat it right now, eat it later. Bottle of water, piece of fruit.
right.
I got
Keep it
another
moving.
thing to add to that if you don't mind this. So I did this before at my nonprofit.
Okay.
For Christmas, instead of us having parties for each other and passing gifts, I decided to do 25 bags, bigger than this, a little bigger than this, of toiletries for the homeless. Small $1 store mouthwash, toilet paper, and everybody put $2 in the bag. So we walked around the DC downtown gallery place and handed those things out too. So I'll like the next time y'all doing that, at least to incorporate, maybe I can do 10 bags to start off.
Yeah.
If we get donations on that side
Y'all
out, you know what I
completely
mean?
fine with that. The more, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
We was definitely thinking about hygiene and sanitation. I actually couldn't find any sanitary napkins at all because we wanted to include that. But a lot of that stuff is going. But yeah, that's a great idea.
We can do that dollar store, any dollar store that you go to, just pick up little, things
Little
like
stuff,
that.
yeah.
We'll put these bags together, close them up, seal them up, things like maybe gloves. Just protect yourself. A mask.
Yeah, if you can get them.
Deodorant. If you can get, just a little something, a mask and some gloves so they can protect themselves, because they protect themselves for protecting us.
Right.
And one of
That's
the
right.
ideas Stan also had was he's going to eventually like the
CMOS, yeah. I was thinking about
That's
getting
dope.
little ketchup sized cups and just giving a CMOS sample in there.
That's dope.
So anybody
we all
know
need to be
nutrition, they
healthy.
got a little
Yeah.
CMOS. Yeah.
And if they don't want it, they don't have to take it. Like you said, but we offering,
Okay.
some help in
Yeah,
this
because
situation.
I wanted to throw some nutrition in there.
Yeah.
Of course,
besides just little
Nutri-Grainer
pieces.
bars are good. Those little 2
Yeah.
packs. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So we can.
So
Definitely, I'm glad y'all said that.
Yeah.
Y'all did it. Not even
Yeah,
said
we
it.
was on the street.
Yeah,
we ain't never posted pictures and
That's
stuff.
good. That's good.
So this is the thing.
See,
We
that
have
way-
footage, but we didn't want to post during because that's not why we were doing it. Now
Right.
we are going to post the footage probably sometime this week. Like,
Okay,
let know
okay.
people. We let people know we did it so that we can get donations
If
and
they
get
want
the
to.
information coming in. But
Right.
I did not want to run it doing because that's you know how that goes, man.
Yeah, you don't want to be all in people's face while they in need. So.
Because it's the reason why you're doing it, and that's
Yeah.
why I wouldn't. I never would do
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah, I understand that. But no, I'm with that. I definitely can definitely put some things and give y'all. Y'all do it every once a week? Or y'all,
We're trying to do it once a week. We ain't. That thing about it is we don't want to make it a staple because it's a lot going on, and
Right.
we don't want to have people expectations too high. We want to do what we can do,
It's a
but
generous.
Yeah, but once we get it rolling, then yeah, we be like, you know what I mean? Because like even we had people wanted to donate, but we didn't really take donations because we wanted to see what we can do on our own.
Okay.
You know, and then show everybody else, all right, we really out here before we start taking y'all money. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
we did, because I don't want to say, we did have one person donate, Crystal Bowling, thank you.
All right.
Actually my
Respect.
next door neighbor, I appreciate you. And if you're watching, thank you so much. Absolutely.
absolutely, thank you.
But yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, I mean that was it, man. You know, and honestly, as much as we blessed them people, I believe that we were blessed.
Amen.
Cause you know, Og and JD, that was a hop out squad because I was the driver for most of the time. I was getting a little jealous. I wanted to hand out something too, so I had to hand out something. But yeah, like the smiles on their face from being able to help somebody. And I tell you what, we work hard because I slept like a baby last night. I'm talking about, man, I was exhausted. Like
Yeah,
that's
you
how
was
you know
tired
you
on the
did a
way
good
back,
thing.
right,
Like we was really.
It makes your heart
Like-
feel good. You feel good when you do insurance.
I'm talking about, we was all over the city too, like south side. I done took
Yeah,
them
we
all through
started
the
on the
south
south
side. They
side.
like, where we at? I was like, it's Alabama Avenue. They like, all right, we couldn't find nobody. We done went downtown, uptown, northeast. We went everywhere. We just hunting. We was hunting for whoever needed a bag.
But we got all 36 bags off.
We sure
And
did.
then at the end, we got all 36 off, but then we wound up, we would have needed more, because at the end we wound up
right at the
on
end, it
North
was like
Capitol,
3-4 people. that
over
just
North
was like,
Capitol
"Oh, you got
Hanover.
more?"
So right outside of Hanover, North Capitol, like that strip,
Yeah.
we gave out our last 2 bags, but it was,
Yeah.
that's a strip.
That's dope.
Right.
And it was like, man, yeah, folks were like, man, y'all got
Got
some more
more?
bags? Y'all coming back next week?
When y'all coming
What
back
time
next
y'all gonna be
Saturday?
showing up?
We like, oh
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
So yeah, that was good, man. That was good,
Because
man.
when you give them food in the evening, they get free food during the morning. Most shelters give places to go eat. You sit down and eat breakfast, but they don't have dinner.
We do. Catholic Charities did, but they only did it once a week, Wednesday, but they no longer are probably doing it because everybody's not in. So that
Right,
gallery
right.
place area probably very hungry.
Oh yeah.
You think about being in the evening, they still out 7 o'clock enjoying, but they don't have no food.
Don't have no
So you
food.
carry it out and eat so that they can have something to eat on when they go in. They can sleep good.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Every little bit counts.
Every little bit.
Every little bit counts.
And you just never know who didn't eat today.
Yeah,
That's real.
Wasn't no escargot in there, but somebody ate good last night.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That
real.
said, we had a lot going on as always this week, but one of those things was apparently Lil Bootsy and Michael Blackson.
Bootsy. My man said little Bootsy.
On what is it, Instagram Live?
You talk about the boogeyman, ain't
Right.
he? Bootsy Collins, right?
Anywho, this
Bootsy.
guy, what y'all
Bootsy.
running down?
Oh, so bro's talking about. All right, so Bootsy had a live, right, y'all?
Bootsy.
Bootsy, yeah.
Not Bootsy.
Not Bootsy.
I'm a little too ritzy. Go ahead.
BOOSIE.
Yeah.
Without
I-
the T,
okay.
right,
No
sis?
T.
My bad.
No
Too much
T.
pronunciation.
No platform,
My
no
apologies.
purple. No funk, right, mama?
Get the name right.
Oh, God.
Because everybody know about Bootsy. But, so Bootsy, he gets on the live. And he talks about, you know, when his sons, he didn't say his daughter, he said
And
he,
nephews.
and nephews, when they get to the age about 12, 13, he goes gets them a girl, right? And he will pay or do whatever he got to do to get this girl to have sex with
Girl or grown woman?
grown woman.
Okay.
Grown woman.
Okay.
You know, he said he gonna get a grown woman to have sex with his 12-year-old, 13-year-old sons, nephews, friends of family. If they in his cipher, he gonna get a woman for them when they the age of 12, 13. And his mind, he believed that was making sure that his sons was gonna be straight. He ain't gonna produce no gay sons, nephews, because he go get them a girl when they first come into anything about their manhood, when they 12, 13, which you're still really a child,
That's a baby.
he gonna introduce a woman to them. So a lot of people were taken aback by this by several different ways. The first thing I thought about when he said it was, that's child sex trafficking. That's pedophilia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Molestation.
He literally got on live and dry snitch, ratted on himself on some pedophilia type way. Now,
Hold on.
I know where you're going. That's why I'm just trying to get it all
You
out
forgot
there.
to put out there.
Nah, what?
He tried them out first.
Yeah. Oh, he
Before.
did. He did say that.
The
I
grown
missed
woman
that
goes
part.
on it. He gets it first before
They go
the
with
sons
the
and the
child.
nephews.
Oh,
gets
that-
it. Okay, now go ahead, Stan.
yeah,
Right.
I
that
just
is-
wanted to put that
Then-
out there.
That adds another layer.
Oh
she
man.
gets paid.
Oh man. Then he said that, you know, he's such a man that that all his women do whatever they want to do for him. Cause people were like, well, you could get a woman to have sex with a child. He was like, yeah. He said that, and I quote, that he got a girl that would take on a horse. We just gonna leave it at that.
I seen it.
You seen that part too?
I've seen that at school. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
surprised
yeah.
about that.
If y'all know anything about a horse
I
is
went to school in Texas, so
gigantic compared to a human being.
Yes.
So yeah.
Let's
Nah.
get right into it.
Now hold that down. Yeah. So the whole issue in the community is this. A lot of people, or this poses the issue, is that, you know, is this acceptable in the community? Is this the right thing to do? You know, since that Instagram or whatever, a lot of women especially have asked me what are my thoughts on this and what are my experiences with this. You know what I mean? And I have I got a serious experience when it comes to that. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead first.
Oh.
JD.
Should you
Anybody?
be introducing your child to sex
Okay,
like that?
Let's get into it then. Let's get into it. So
Let's get into it.
Jacob sitting here for a reason.
Jake!
Clearly, we're not. This is. I don't even know where to start because me and Sis had this conversation prior to. So the conversation's been had multiple times. I understand, but the layer she just added, I didn't even know about that part because that adds a whole nother layer. Like, but I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the world's coming to. That's really what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know. Like, honestly, what kid?
Let me keep it real with you.
Hold
No,
on. There's
go
no
ahead.
way as a father. It's no way that I'm no more than we said this last week. If I'm not going to treat them differently in that aspect. Now, in terms of being male and female, I got to deal with them differently,
Right.
son and daughter. But in terms of that topic, knowing what I know at this point, like, listen, all you're going to do is it's just going to further confuse. Most 16, 17-year-olds really not ready, and they jump into it. Listen,
true.
It's 2021, I'm
A lot of
not
people
ready.
still not ready. That's real.
It is not something I'm about to, as a parent, I'm about to subject my child to, and one, steal their innocence, and two, throw them into a world of something that they have no idea what they're dealing with.
Now I'm gonna say this though. Let me interject. Now, okay, you say that, but okay, we gotta put it in perspective. You gotta use a scale because Boosie is a very rich rapper. So what we gotta look at too is that this is a common thing in the community. It's just accentuated or it's heightened because this guy has the money and the status to do things the average person can't do. And let me give you an example. When you was a youngin', we all got this uncle, cousin, whoever, right?
Facts.
And I'm talking about when I was 5 years old, 6 years old. Hey man, you like girls? You want to see a titty? Show him a titty. Show him a titty. We all have that uncle.
Oh, okay.
Y'all heard what I'm saying?
But it still doesn't make
This
it right.
is
No,
my
this
problem.
what I'm saying.
want
That
you to really
I'm not
go
saying
into
this right. That's not my point at all.
Okay.
My point is that a lot of people might say that this will never happen or whatever, but what I'm saying is this is
It
the same
happens on a
energy.
regular.
This is the same energy as that, just to an extreme. This person has millions of dollars. He could literally pay for people, and we can't because we're a more average person. You know what I mean? We got money, but we ain't doing all that. So a lot of people are not going to do the things like what Boosie is saying.
So
But we all have this experience.
Let me see if I can help you understand what he's trying to say. He's basically trying to say in a very intellectual way that people need to stop looking the other way in their own city, in their own house, in their own families, just doing this same stuff.
Yeah.
It's only because Boosie has the money and the arrogance to be able to say out loud that he's doing it. But it's been going on generation to generation in our families and in our neighborhoods and in our communities. Go ahead and continue, brother.
Yeah, like, honestly, like, seriously, like, I'm a Scorpio male. Anybody knows about Scorpio? Scorpio is a sign of, sexuality, love making, whatever, right? The genitalia. And when I was a child or whatever, I have a large family, mostly males or whatever. And these are not bad men or whatever, but, hey, man, look at this, man. You ever seen a butt? You know what I mean? And then, they always had a girlfriend or somebody who, who like, oh, yeah, let me show them something. People think it's funny. Now, I didn't realize until I was a grown man that this stuff or whatever, because, when you a child, when you like 5, 6, and 7, you look up to older men. You look up to your uncles, your cousins. Cool. You know what I mean? You grow to think that that's acceptable. And I'm just keeping it 100% fact. So you 8, 9 years old, you do stuff like that. You know what I mean? You act fresh because people think it's funny and they think it's cool or whatever.
An adult.
Right. And then when I got older, it was like it was a disconnect. Like I felt like I couldn't connect with women on a deep level. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is where the objectification comes in. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, I'm a grown man. I'm saying this just being 100% honest because I went through like a period, and a lot of people won't say this. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with y'all. I went through a period where I could have been diagnosed as a nymphomaniac. Seriously, I like had an urge that was crazy, and I would have women lined up like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You know what I mean? And it was doing the yoga, straight up. Kundalini yoga, I feel like it healed me. And it brought back all these experiences of when I was a child and people would show me stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Oh, look at little Stanley. He over there looking at the porno. That's look at little Stanley.
Got so much I
so
can say, boy.
You don't understand how disturbed you might be until later on when you heal.
And by that time, in a lot of cases, you're in denial. You don't even want to face it. So you
And then
or you done hurt a female on your age level in that way, not knowing. Because here's the thing, Stan. I hear y'all.
I was waiting
females in this room, we don't know that type of story or behavior because our sisters, mothers, grandmothers wasn't doing that. It wasn't look at this PENIS.
Right.
Never.
Listen.
That's not for us. So I'm glad to hear your side, but we got a whole nother. And it's another thing.
Break it down.
I guess it's more so like when you were young, and as a female and dating an older man in your community, it really wasn't looked down at. If he was 30 and you was 15,
here we go.
That's not right.
Here we go. All right, hold on. Hold on. Now, I'm going to do the same thing I just did with Stan and bring it right back to you.
Right.
Let me explain what she's trying to say. Right. Basically, R. Kelly ain't the only guilty one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the fact that everybody act like, oh, he is horrible, and you wasn't looking the other way when so-and-so was coming to pick up your little niece from high school in the brand new little BMW or the shorty down the street. Man, it's okay because, he's 21, cool. She's 17, she about to be in a lesson. And you looking the other way and and niggas 28 and she 18. Oh, it's okay because
though, common misconception that goes both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I was 20 years old, get hit on by 40-year-old, 50-year-old women.
Same thing, but that's what I'm saying.
I want to come back to it.
Taking advantage.
I was actually
want to buy me Jordans, want to buy me rims for my car.
Because y'all, I want to go to that because y'all made me see that, right? Remember that one of the first conversations we had out in the lobby, and I was like, nah, man, I wasn't taking advantage of. I was 17, she was 28, 29, and I knew.
You think you not?
I knew exactly.
Because you getting everything you think you supposed to get.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
Right.
Because she said, young, and I'm going to show you. But you know what I'm saying? Like this.
You think you pimping, but you getting pimped.
You getting pimped.
In the same store. The girl worked in the same store with me and my mother. Right? She had a whole situation at home and everything. I just was a young thing, Nick, and I was fine with that.
Little PYT.
You know what I'm saying? But for me, like I'm like TA. I still honestly, and if I'm being honest, I feel guilty even bringing it up, saying that I was taken advantage of. Because in no way do I feel like our kids. That is in no way do I feel that way. But the realism of the situation is because we've been ingrained and wired to believe. Listen, this is how we supposed to go.
This is okay.
And if it feels good, then it must be good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything felt good at that age that we wasn't supposed to be doing.
Right.
But you know, y'all, if you go back to your parents, most of your fathers are older than your mothers. You know, and back then, if grandma saw you talking to someone that had nothing on the ball, she didn't allow, back then, they didn't allow you to talk to younger people. You had to talk to somebody with maturity that you can mature your daughter. So this has been going on a long time. My dad was 10 years older than my mother. My grandfather was 12 years older than my mother.
But not the age length, Mom.
We talking about
were they
at what point in
21
time? Yeah.
when they were with?
Now, that part I don't know.
Okay.
So we not. That's,
Long
that's
as an
hold on.
adult.
Yeah, let's caption
What's
that.
the age?
Let's
Let's get that out
let's
there,
rewind that
what's
because I
the
said
age?
so. Because even when I said the 21 and 17, I wasn't talking about the 4-year difference. I'm talking about the maturity level.
The maturity level of
So
what's the
it's
age.
not really about the age gap because you date whoever you want to date as
Correct.
an adult at whatever age gap. If you 21 and you decide you want to date somebody 30, that's on you.
That's on you.
You,
Man
you
or
should be
woman,
at
right?
that point, whether
Okay.
you are mature enough, you are of age
Of
where I
age.
can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do.
Correct.
But we all know growing up as kids, like we think we know things that when we
yeah.
become adults, we realize we knew nothing.
Right, you wasn't hip.
So that is part of the thing as being a parent, which we're supposed to understand in parenting and leadership for our children. Listen, they're going to think the fight, part of understanding how hard it is to be a parent is understanding they already think they know it because we've been there and knew they. So we know the fight going in.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Already know. Okay.
So in that sense, that's what we're referring to when we're talking about this situation. It's not the age gap, it's the level of maturity in terms of being over-sexualized and these kids being taken advantage of.
Absolutely.
So are men grown at 21 and women are grown at 18? That's what I'm trying to specify
that's
of the age.
That's
What's
more
the
illegal.
age?
I think 20.
I don't-
Is
I
it
don't-
21?
I don't think it's a certain age. I think it's stages of development. Cause
No,
people
I'm
do.
saying you shouldn't be in bed with the under 18-year-old if you are 21.
Oh, I
I'm trying
get
to
what you're
establish
saying.
Right,
The-
age,
the-
you trying to
What
establish
is the
Right.
age?
I think
Is it different
that
for men
is.
and
I
women?
think that is the right.
21.
Yeah, I think it is the right one.
And
You can't be like more than
18
3 years.
for a woman.
Yeah.
18 for a woman, 21
Yeah,
for
and
a man.
lower than that is statutory rape.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay, that's what I want.
Wanna get in?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 18
I
for a
get it, I
girl,
get it.
21 for a male. So the male, even at 21, could be with an 18, 19, 20.
You gotta like see it a lot.
She can come back. Okay. But she grown at that time. 19, 18, 19.
Women definitely mature
Age.
faster than men for
Correct.
sure.
You know,
Your mental, yeah.
legally, that's, and I'm
She
being
probably
honest.
sharper than him.
Legally,
Well-
that's what it's supposed to be.
Okay.
18, 21, right?
18, 21.
But I just believe now at this point, like, especially these kids, like 21 should be both ways. It should just be both ways. But,
Correct.
like, because as much as we talk, this girl's still our shopper.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just tread lightly. I'm just saying that I think these kids are smarter, but not necessarily wiser.
Correct.
So 21 just be healthier
Let's
for
set
everybody. Just to wait to get a little bit wiser before you start.
Dibbling
You know what I'm saying? Dibbling and dabbling, because clearly, like,
And why can't you start on your own level?
in your own
If you're
time,
15,
honestly, it ain't
do
even
the
just like
15
that.
thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm not judging. And JD and I had that. I didn't want to judge Boosie off of it. But as I thought about it more and I talked to more men about it, everybody agreed that it's okay. It was funny at first until I broke their ass down. Oh, I get what you saying. No, don't get what I'm saying now. You should have got what I said when I said it.
Nah. See, let
See
me
what
say
I'm saying?
that I'm gonna tell you why that's not acceptable. Because everybody don't respond positively to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got little cousins, they gay now, and I know it's them experiences.
Yeah, but
know what I'm saying?
that can push him another way. But what I'm
That's what I'm
saying, when I
saying.
had the conversation with the men or the boys, they had already experienced it, so that was normal to
Yeah,
them.
yeah, it's been normalized. That's what I'm saying.
Until I said,
And that's the
Take
whole,
advantage
and that's when
of.
I say it becomes a
Right.
difficult conversation to have. Even when you say, I got stuck a minute ago, like it becomes a difficult conversation to have because most of us have experienced it in some form.
We
or
definitely
fashion.
have
Gotcha.
experienced it.
Gotcha.
And there are
all
people that
got
are
them
still
cousins,
like, you
all
know,
got
we
them
have
uncles.
people that are close to us still directly or family members that like were the ones that maybe showed us these
Yeah.
things. Or
And
so
they-
it's
they-
kind of
they don't
very
think it's
difficult,
wrong.
And they don't think it's
They don't
wrong.
think it's wrong.
They was showed. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Right.
It probably was done with done
To them,
Boosie.
right?
This
Absolutely.
probably was done to Boosie. That's why I'm not judging Boosie.
Right,
I just
right.
have a problem with it because I thought we were supposed to protect the kid.
We are.
Like, they so
We are.
innocent.
We are.
We are.
Cause listen, if JD take the older boys out to do that, how they gonna look at mommy when they come back in the house?
How they
could
gonna look at daddy when they come back in the house?
No,
That's
a
true.
woman.
I'm just
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
You the
but
man.
you giving but
You the
even-
man to the boys.
But how do they
Yeah,
see
but
me at that point?
It's not even about seeing you. It's about seeing all the different women in their life. A school teacher, a aunt, a sister.
No, I agree. You're not saying
it's
what
not
I'm saying.
just-
I
Yeah.
agree, but I'm saying to you, like, in order for you to see those people, think about that. Just you get where I'm coming
Right.
from. You can't see outside if you don't understand who you are inside.
Right.
So if your vision, if your example is this man, as you say, you daddy, you the man.
love them. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm the
They not
person that
judging you.
I just took you out here, but you didn't came back in the house from we doing this, and you really, and this is what I'm saying, this is the part you're not thinking about. You might have enjoyed it, but you don't really know how you feel inside. Now you got all
don't.
these different feelings and all these thoughts,
You-
and this
you-
man
you-
that took
you-
you to
you
it. So
literally get
you have to.
confused.
But see, as a male,
You get confused.
You don't know what I'm saying. I got you. I got
see
what
what I'm
you're
saying? So
saying.
now
Yeah,
you
yeah,
brought
yeah.
something
Like,
up to
yeah.
me because
Like-
I'm on the other side
Because-
when my son walks through the door, and now I'm a DICK sucking BITCH.
Right, yeah. So you thinking from
Yeah.
that, but I'm
I'm
thinking
thinking-
about part of the
I
reason
never
why
thought
you
that.
see it, why that little boy would see you that way is because now his
Somebody.
self has become whatever he's done or whatever the situation or experience, and some kids can't overcome that.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Correct.
Some people don't. They
Correct.
never do.
And,
But
They
at
and the thing
17,
is, when,
off.
when they go back, you know what happens? Especially if it was young on, what they remember is not the experience, they remember who exposed them to it.
Correct.
Yeah, it's fact.
Correct.
So that's, it works.
tough.
It works
I
on both
never,
ends.
I never thought about that because that's what I'm saying. We wouldn't. Nobody's ever going to set me up to say, okay, we're going to do this for you. Pay a grown man to do that.
Right.
It just wasn't lined up for
Yeah,
us, so
nah.
I wouldn't know.
So the
But-
train of thought, right?
Train of
Yeah,
thought.
train of thought is different.
But see,
Women is
but
different.
let me, and this don't even go with the conversation. But something just sparked it.
All right, go ahead.
That's set up by the men, the boosies, y'all uncles, the men y'all look up to in y'all family, right?
Right.
But on the other side, me, I'm exposed, sis, and whoever else in the women, we are taken advantage by that behavior. Here's the thing: if you take them boys out there and do that, they bring that over-sexualized behavior back in the house. Now, baby girl is subject in harm's way.
Yeah.
Not intentionally.
Not
plain-
intentionally, but
unintentionally. Yeah.
see what I'm saying? It's unacceptable.
But people
As
don't
a
get
child,
it.
you're not able to separate the grown-up things and the child things.
From the
When
child
you teach
thing.
a child what to do, they're not gonna turn it on and off at school. They do the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Kids don't know how to turn it off.
You turn
So
it
he
to the
played a
little
dangerous
cat. You
game.
turn to the little kid to freak dance when the
Yeah,
music come
boy.
on. You smacking girl butts and you 9, 8.
And I don't.
Yeah, that come from being over sexualized.
Over-sexualized.
That's not normal.
It's not normal.
You still a
So-
child. That's not normal.
It's not
Yeah, I
normal.
mean, we gotta face the facts on that. We gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta really take a deep look at that because that's just looking in the mirror right there. Because it's not
Is it
one
a- is it a
person. We
down
all
south
are
Southern
at
thing?
fault because
Somebody
we think,
said that.
huh?
I want to.
Down
Let me
south
just say
southern
this.
thing.
No, let me. 'Cause
Nah,
I
they
think-
do that up top too.
They
I
do
think,
that
I think, I
everywhere.
think there's
Yeah.
an underlying thing here that we also aren't discussing that we probably don't want to get into, but we got to because it's the realism of it. Like
What?
part of this train of thought comes from a barbaric mindset of, well, my boy ain't gonna be no sissy.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
Now, what I'm
True.
saying is that we
Homophobic
think
behavior.
like that, but doing this to a child can create any multiplicity
That's what
of type of dysfunction.
Correct.
Where like sister saying, you could turn the child into a rapist. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You could turn the child into a homosexual. You trying not to,
Yeah.
but introducing them too
So
early at the
early.
wrong stage might confuse the child.
Yeah.
Maybe turn the child off to women. You know what I mean? Like, while you trying to do that, you might harm the child. That's really what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Like, I grew to love women. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, but you know what I mean? I had to relearn everything. I had to start fresh because what I was taught was just to get them. You know what I mean?
Not to keep them.
Not to keep them. Not how to love them. Right. You know what I mean? You get them, and you know.
And stick it in.
You get with them. You know what I mean? That's it.
And I said this.
That's like zero. That's where the story ends. No more chapters.
Nothing in between.
So
you the man,
you
Stan.
know. Yeah, and that's all. You know, my uncle want to be, my cousins, my brother. You know, we gonna turn him into the man.
And guess
He's gonna
what?
be a little
They
soldier.
always say, "Oh, y'all gonna be heartbreakers when you grow up." Jay.
Yeah.
Should be.
So do you know what happened? And I'm about to tell you, I'm gonna keep it completely.
Nobody told me about the part when you get your heart broken.
Amen.
That's the hit, and you don't come back. I mean, you can come back from it, but
and for men specifically, here we go. Keep it a buck.
Turn.
For men specifically, and I'm sorry, fellas.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry.
Okay, he about to fry.
He about to tell all the secrets.
Don't cook me, bruh.
Man, they can't.
Listen,
they can't take.
They are emotional creatures, but fellas, we are super sensitive. I'm sorry.
Not you.
I'm just being real. Like,
Personally.
I'm not. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it this way. Right. I'm sensitive. Okay. I'm gonna take the emphasis off. Right. So ain't no fellas, y'all good, y'all tough.
Bet.
Now I would say this: we mostly not sensitive when we care.
Yes.
To get touched.
That's what women do.
But see, I would say women care generally more than men care.
Yes, they do.
We have select people
that you
care about. Everybody else, whatever. Oh, he fell off the bridge. Oh man, that's tough. But them people we love, we get prickly, don't we?
Emotional is everybody. Sensitivity is specific. Meaning, what he just said is exactly what I just said, but he just said it in a different way. We are sensitive. We care. We're sensitive about the little things.
If we care, yeah.
If.
But the clutch is
that man don't care about you, get out of there.
Now this goes back to the connection of what Sis is saying.
Right.
It's more that we don't care about, but we do them for the reason of, well, this is what we supposed to do. And then when we find, sometimes because you didn't done, because it's real, you want to reap what you sow. You didn't done so much, and God, you actually run up on one that you now and found that you care about. This is what I'm talking about, the sensitivity. This is the honesty part. This is the honesty piece. Like,
you think they supposed to care about you because you just now came.
So the underlying thing to all of this is what I said this, I think I said this last week. Like, I didn't fully grasp the reality of the, you know what I'm saying, the female emotion until I had my daughter. So there were a lot of things that I had to retread and go back like, that probably wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and own it.
Right.
Because now I'm like, it's different. Okay, my heart being broken, that shit hurt. But I don't even like Shawty crying when she getting shot at the doctor. I don't go in the room because I want to fight.
Correct.
So we talking about, all right, hold on. I can't stop it. I can't take it forward. So I got to own my situation and now, try to play it forward.
But think about this, y'all. From what you just said as a young boy, probably hurting a few girls' hearts before you had this one, right? What if those fathers was in the homes of those girls? How many black eyes would your ass have?
Listen, I'm trying to tell. Listen, so you not. I'm keeping it. Yeah, because I didn't.
Look at Stan.
Like, this is when I say
Monday,
like,
Tuesday, Wednesday. Soon as you had a good time, good.
I had one for every day of the week, huh?
Man,
but this then lies into what we saying though, because you got to figure out. What I started to try to think is, even going back to some of the females, like, they just keep. I'm sorry, fellas.
No,
here we go.
Got to.
Part of, at least for me, it's understanding the mindset was being able to get to the goal. So I started rethinking, like, well, how did I get to that?
How did I get?
Let me think about how I got to what I got to with Shawty and what was her trigger. So, and I'm being real though, so that I can try to make sure my daughter don't have these issues, type of thing. You get what I'm saying? Because you there are things that lead, like you said, both ways, male and female. Whether you get sexualized early because of something that happened, or you just need in the case of some young girls, they just looking for emotional connection, or they looking for somebody to give them attention. So if you give them the attention, they give you the, or if you give them the money, they give you the. So it's triggers and different things. And as young boys coming into men, we start to understand these things. You got a lot of females that basically are out. You can see they're open and needy for something.
Okay.
But we also, here we go, because we talk about it. We also know there are females we run into this this like, man, shawty is sharp. She is on it. You know, she not going for it.
So y'all know that.
So men know the difference.
Okay.
So the objective as men is to raise those type of.
Female.
But the problem that comes in with that is you can't raise that type of female if you were the type of man that would just.
You was going for all the low-hanging fruit.
You gotta understand who you are. This is what I'm saying. Back as a man, you gotta understand who you are, and then you gotta understand the sacrifices and the compromises you now gonna have to make as a man, and the choices you make that don't nobody see.
Got you.
Because honor does not come with what everybody sees. It's come with who you are. And this is what the kids recognize. This is what the kids see. They gonna see through the BS. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me, but who are you really? Who are you really? And that's the ownership now that we have to take as men, women, whatever the case may be. Owning where you come from, what you've done, and who you are and where you're going, and the choices you now making today, even when nobody's watching.
Right. I agree.
So.
And JD, you made a good point too when we talked about it, when you said a lot of us that had our first sexual encounter at your first age, you probably even want to take it back.
Mm-hmm.
So have someone set you up. Well, but then other countries set kids up and they marry young.
Yep.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, I think
with older men. I mean, they sell the daughters off. But if it's in a religion, not saying but if it's in a religion, that's what I'm just saying.
I'm gonna tell you what. I won't comment because it is religious.
Right.
So in most of them cases, it's like that's a tough one. It still applies the same in terms of age, but their religion, and in a lot of cases, those situations, them people wind up being married for 1,700 years. You know what I'm saying? After they got married at 13, 14, 15. So I don't know.
So if that's in their culture or in their religion, are we as black people, just speaking for ourselves, and things that go on in our home, are we going to accept what Boosie said as our culture?
Hell no. But see, that's not a culture, sis. That's a sickness.
A thing.
We have a sickness in our
in
homes.
The culture, yeah.
Like it's so many things that we just covered that we didn't even cover anything. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
like
I see what you're saying.
You got the fact of the over sexualization. You got the turning and looking away from. You got the looking away from the nonsense. You got the homophobia. You know what I'm saying? You got the men versus the women. You got men taking advantage of women in terms of maybe over-sexualizing and not respecting. Like, there's so many things that go into this particular topic that all you can say is it's a sickness. We got a problem.
It is.
And if we don't take the onus, I did it last week, but if we don't take the onus off the flesh and realize that in a lot of cases we lusting more than we loving. And that's just be honest. Like if we can start to deal from that platform, I think we can start some healing, because the mix up of because we did X, Y, Z and it was good, and we did it X amount of times. Well, this thing you got me. Oh, if you did it, we in a relationship.
Yeah.
No. First off,
yeah.
What does that even mean? Do you know this person well enough? Because when she hit the fan and it's, you had like, age, this ain't shit. Or women, all bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all didn't even start off trying to get to know each other. Y'all started off with lust. So therefore, there was never any actual understanding or communication to whether we have anything in common other than our actual body parts.
Yes, the physical attraction.
That's it. That's lust. That's not love. That is not a relationship. That is lust and physical
thrusting.
But yeah, that's I'm nothing. I love it. Don't misunderstand, but I'm saying don't mix up the two.
Right. Well, can love come from lust? Could you be lustful for somebody and find yourself in love?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible, because anything you can fall into anything.
Now, the possibilities, what percentile range are we talking about? Is that most of the time? Would you say 25% of the time at work?
I don't think it's most of the time.
So you would say that going in out of a lust, you're less likely to have a lasting relationship.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I mean, that's essentially what you are saying.
But, you know, I'm here, Johnson.
I don't want to say less or more. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying though, like if you come into the situation
Try-
with the
you trying to get
intention
me to-
of lust, how likely is it for you to have a real relationship with this person?
Okay. It's probably less likely that you will.
That's what
all
I'm
right?
saying.
And that's my opinion based on things that I've experienced
your
in
own
my
statistical
life. You know what I'm saying? Like
analysis
things
and
that I've
data.
seen. So it's just to say that in a lot of cases, even long-term relationships, you have some people that go through whatever they go through. But if when it starts in sex, it usually becomes a partnership of business, or if it does last, so it's kind of like, we just kind of
It's contractual.
Yes, like actually, if you even look around, like the world we live in now is more about people that get in relationships of beneficial relationships of, okay, well, you on your grind doing this, I'm on my grind, but they don't always actually even like each other in the long run.
And man,
that is not a healthy relationship.
Man, that refers me back to last week. It's a cotton dollar. It's fiat, has no value, man. Get some love in your life, man.
Hey.
You ain't got no gold. You don't got no money. Don't play yourself.
But you know what? You're talking about love and lust.
I don't know how to
Don't play yourself. You better go find you somebody and love them while you out there chasing that cotton dollar and you telling us you're not a slave. I'm sorry.
But you know what?
Sorry.
They're chasing the
Got a
dollar,
little-
but, you know, they don't know how to love themselves.
Had to vent a little bit.
You know, you gotta learn to love yourself.
Yes, you do, mama.
You can't love nobody, and
Until-
nobody gonna love you if they don't see you loving yourself
And now,
and respecting yourself.
I want to piggyback on that too. Happiness comes from within.
Amen.
Y'all gotta stop relying on people to make you happy. You know what I mean? You can inspire happiness in someone else, but you cannot make them happy. That is of their own choice.
And that's because sometimes they don't love themselves.
That's right,
so
mama.
much trauma, they don't know how to love themselves. So they fill themselves with all kinds of material things,
Mhm.
earthly things.
Mhm.
But deep inside, they don't love themselves.
They still
So
empty.
When a young man come to her and present himself as the man of her dreams, sexual wise, that's what she loves. But she don't love herself.
That ain't
and the same
love.
thing, it's lust. But that's what she loves. You hear what
Yeah,
I'm
so
saying?
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
You
she
can't
loves,
say
because
what
she does
she-
not know how to love
Love
and
herself.
respect herself. It's the same.
Or
with
don't know the
male.
difference.
If he has been
We
abused,
can't use that word love then. I'm not saying you saying that's what she loves. No, that's what she lusts. She don't
Well,
love.
she doesn't
hold
know the
on.
difference. You
Well,
can't tell
let me
her
say
what
this.
she loves or less.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
That's gonna be good.
Let me say this.
I don't think you should use that word in that case because it's
Well,
not real.
well,
That's to
no.
you.
I would
Okay,
disagree.
I feel you.
I would
Yeah.
disagree. I'm gonna disagree because why? It's two base emotions that exist. The two base emotions are love and fear. You know what I mean? Though lust may not be the most complete form of love, it is a type
form
of
of
love.
love.
Okay, I'll give you
It
that.
is.
That's
I'll
what I'm
give you that.
saying. It's an
I know.
energy behind it. Yeah.
some people fear being alone, so they take that lust for love.
Now that is okay. I see.
That's a lot of
I see.
situations.
Take us on a journey,
Take
man.
turn it
Right,
right.
okay.
Don't
Fear being
nobody want to
alone.
be alone. Don't nobody want to be
Man.
left out. Or you know, most people now, most females add to their situation, when I say situation, bodies, to approve their appearance and to make someone want to lust
Be
for
or
them.
lust. That's true.
She didn't say
They
love
doing
her.
it.
She said she wants you to lust
Lust
for her.
and give
She
me
wants you to feel
things
the top. She
and
wants you to
shakes
feel the bottom. But she didn't say nothing about the inside.
She don't want you.
Yeah.
She don't even want you to want her.
And I'm gonna
She
say
want
this
all
because
y'all to
I'm
want
gonna
her.
say
I'm
this
about to
though.
get- I'm about to
I'm
get
I
real
want to
now.
jump in
Want
on
all
this
of them to
because
want them.
a
They
lot
don't
of a lot of sisters out there, they got the banging body and all that. Let me tell you, man. Look, that only goes so far. I'm a man. I'm a real man, and a lot of men ain't gonna be honest like me. And I'm talking about the thug of the thug of the thug. He evaluating your brain and where your heart at.
Yeah.
He might not tell you that. He might not let on to that. But he ain't keeping nobody around. I'm talking about straight ignorant dude to the creme de la creme.
But
He's
see,
evaluating where your mind at, where your heart at.
the
He-
woman with the body don't want y'all to stay around. She just want all of y'all different,
There you go.
that ain't
different salary, different look. She just want the attention. She don't want y'all, whether y'all think she a bird brain or not. Just
And
come over,
that-
drop
that-
them
that-
groceries
that-
off, pay that rent, get this car note paid, pick my kids up. It's a
And-
job.
but
for
hold
her.
on,
Okay,
this-
hold
That body
on.
attract
Let
the
me,
gift.
Cause I got something
hold on. Let
between
me say,
y'all.
let me
Go
say
ahead,
something
go
though.
ahead.
They don't
That
want
ain't
y'all.
that ain't necessarily true because everybody yearns for love. point blank period.
Love and the gift. The love language is the gifts, and them women get that to
Love
get the
language.
love
I'm talking
language,
about.
five of
Listen.
them.
I'm talking about pure love. I'm talking about pure
Not
love.
if I did that to my body. That's pure love. That's what I did. I got my butt done. Pure love. They'll come give me what I want.
No, see, this is what I'm saying. That women present that, but everybody, men, women, everybody is looking for that pure love in their life. They hope for it. They wish for it. They might not lead on to it because they don't believe it's real.
Do you think
know
that
what I'm
has to
saying?
come from a person? Because I don't want to be with anybody, and my love is coming from my brand. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to come from a person. Does it? Are you happy doing your brand and what makes you happy without a girl being
Okay. Love is universal. Love is universal.
Right.
But you're part of the human species and you have hormonal components. It's just like birds. It's just like anything.
Right.
Everything knows when it's supposed to mate. Until then, you're doing whatever. You eating on a leaf.
Correct.
You hanging out. You getting some sunlight. But when the cues go off, everybody knows to come together.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
just that's how nature is. You know, we are made for each other, but you are correct. Love is universal. You can
Correct.
find love in all things.
Man.
I love ABX. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Like everybody yearns for partnership. Someone, maybe you're a whole person, but everybody yearns for a partner. You can't even tell me that because God herself yearned for a partner. Huh? So she created another. You feel me? If everything was perfect, you'd be by yourself. You would not exist because the
But here's
creator
the
would
thing,
not
but
even have
when
made
When
you.
y'all brought up the body and say that men are
No, but
evaluating
what
the
I'm
brain,
saying
and we
is,
know that, but when
no,
they get
no,
their
no.
butts and bodies
Women
done,
do not know that.
Yes,
They
we
don't
do.
know that. No, you don't. I'm trying to tell you. I talk to women all the time, just like you are a woman, and we all have experience with women.
Correct.
I'm telling you, women don't really know it's about the brain game for the long term. They really don't know that. They really don't. I'm trying to tell you. I'm
we
telling
do.
you.
We know what we're gonna do with
You
you.
scratching
We
your
know-
head, but I'm trying
we
to tell you
know-
right now.
Women know what they
Look,
gonna
hold
do
on.
with you when they
JD will
meet
tell you.
Women, can you say
All women there.
I'm
We
not
know
going
what-
to
we
say
know what
all
we gonna
women,
do.
but see, hold up, no, stop. Let me
We
chime
know
in.
what we gonna do with you.
That's a double standard, cause
We
y'all
know
gonna
what
sit
we
here
gonna
and
do
tell me
with you when
men
we
are
meet.
dogs.
No.
I'm not saying y'all. I'm saying women in general are gonna tell me that all men are dogs.
No.
I'm not saying the women of ABX, but I can say that
No.
okay?
men in general.
And I can
And
say that
all men are evaluating
we
you.
know what we're gonna do with you when we meet you, so you can evaluate what
All right,
you want,
listen,
because
hold
you're
on,
either
hold
on or you're
All right,
off.
hold on. We got on.
No, I'm not-
You can't talk me into doing nothing. You're either going to be in or you're not. The first 5 seconds when the meet you start.
Hold you order and
Bring it in.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. That's not what I'm talking about.
Not the sex.
Hold on.
Not that.
It ain't even the sex.
Hold on. We're gonna bring it back.
Y'all
We're gonna
nervous,
bring it back.
baby
Right.
girl.
Bring it back. We're gonna bring it back.
You telling me I understand that women have the power.
No,
That's
not
what
the
I talk
power.
about.
Not the power.
It is that. It is
If
that.
we know you stupid, why you think? I mean, come on. You think women going?
No, I thought I heard something.
It's different for women.
Okay, so now listen.
It's
listen.
different.
It's
For
different
men.
for
It's
women.
different
No, it's
for
not.
men.
No,
But
it's
the
not. Y'all get the money. Y'all date the ghetto hoe.
The opinion of men is never valued when it comes to
When
women.
women get money,
my
you never
opinion-
date down. Y'all date down, around, rats and cats. We get that money, we be coming up here. You will never get another chance with me.
She right though.
You will never, we never know. You will never get another chance. Who you talking to?
She is right.
Y'all do the rats, the cats. You a vegan. I see you eating that. Hey, you see?
I ain't messing with sister.
I need me a partner. CC, come up here. I feel like they about to jump me.
No, but I
I got you back.
get y'all the medium. I'm trying to
Okay,
get y'all
okay.
the medium.
All right,
I'm
bring
trying
it.
to-
You right. You the middle. You the
All
middle.
right, go ahead. Give us them in
Give
between.
you the middle. Go ahead.
It's both sides of that, right? The women, y'all make men feel like at some point in time, if we not chasing the you know what, we soft, we weak.
That's true.
So
That's
on
the
this
media
end of
thing.
what
That's
he's
cool.
saying
Okay.
is from that aspect, we then feel like mentally you couldn't possibly be that sharp if you're saying to me, listen, I want to be able, like, we joke about it. He says, because he get tired of being used for his body.
No, let me
You
hear
tell
this.
all my business now.
Let me hear this.
On the real side of it is, and I've said this recently more or less a lot, especially to my other half. Like, listen, I made some mistakes. And what I mean by that is, listen, I should have been who I needed to be all the time, long time ago. But the realism of it wasn't cool to be an overthinker and
Conscious.
articulate. It wasn't cool to be spiritually sound and invested in such things. You know,
Okay.
it's still not, because you'll hear quickly, and I don't, you know what I'm saying, oh, you on your Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
You on your soapbox right now.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, so this mindset
Right.
has deterred grown men that want better, that actually want to seek the knowledge. And even
Right.
we got some real live killers in the
Okay,
street
now
right
I
now
see where you
that
coming
really
from.
want to be poets.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's-
But
But
that's-
because
that's
it's not
it.
accepted,
It's not
not
acceptable.
common. So that the median to what y'all are saying is what I was trying to say for y'all start doing and yelling.
It's all love.
Right.
Is that the realism of the situation is it goes on both sides, because the reason why Stan feels this way is because he's dealt with a majority of women that's like, okay, yeah, you smart and all that, but really right now I'm not really worried about that.
That's a fact.
But Stan is smart, though. I'm telling you, Stan,
But
you
we
are
know
smart.
this.
So you need to date above. You can't date down, around, even if she got a fat butt. That's where you gonna fall victim to the look.
So
'Cause
that
a
is
lot
where
of
you're
these
right.
dressed up trash bags
Hold on.
not gonna be able to.
hold
I'm
on,
gonna
hold
be able to.
Listen,
Don't bring him up now,
Let me
He
finish.
too
I let
damn
all y'all
smart.
go. I let all y'all go. Hold on. I let all y'all go.
He's smart.
So we bringing
Hey.
it together.
Okay.
She said them dressed up trash,
Yeah,
man.
What you just said that makes you right?
Yeah.
Because what I'm saying
Hey,
is that
we.
although we may feel like you make us part of why that happens is because, well, we're not really chasing the intellect in the beginning anyway. We really chasing that,
The flesh.
that
Gotcha.
in the beginning.
In the
But
beginning.
now, what happens with a man after you
Giving him the flash.
you bust that thing is there's some interest. I'm not gonna say interest,
Yeah.
but there's
It's an evaluation period.
the evaluation period comes in, and now it's like, well, is this all you got?
What else can
You
she
should
do?
have evaluated it before you hit it.
Nah, women, y'all be to size somebody up prior to.
Correct.
A man kind of learns as he go.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
That is-
So
see,
he
we
gonna
coulda
sit
got
back
to
and
a
be
lot
like,
of
well,
that.
what
But guess
can
what?
she do? Does
Y'all
she think?
staying at mama house to 25 and 30 week. Y'all, this y'all mother for y'all got.
So,
Mama,
okay.
Mama's got to raise
Hold
these
on,
men.
hold on.
Because that's why I said that women raise the kids and raise the women to get out the house, run the households, and y'all are still being mans and boys. And then when you get out to be a man to a woman, she's having kids by you, but she got to raise you too, because you a boy.
Facts. Okay, I'll give you that. Hold on.
Somewhat.
Or she got to ride or die and raise a kid and be hurt by you, whoever.
I mean,
you know.
but
There's
see, hold on. But
because-
that goes a lot of ways
Yeah,
though,
that's what I'm
because
about to
it's
say.
a lot of women out here. Because a lot of sisters want to be like, okay, the mom raised the daughter to be proficient, but it's a
Correct.
lot of women out here that are not proficient.
Correct.
Uncle Sam is they daddy, they man, they husband.
Correct.
And it's a lot of that, just as much as it is a lot of powerful sisters out here.
And
Correct.
furthermore,
And let me say
Wait,
something
yeah,
about that
I'm about
too,
to say something on
because
that
we
one.
have this misconception where, okay, if you a black child, right, when you hit a certain age, you're supposed to leave the house. We have no science of economy, man.
Amen.
None of these other people do that. Y'all, we need to stop that.
Correct.
Because you got Spanish families right now. These your brothers and sisters, right? They'll be 20 to a house. And everybody will stay there until the next person can buy a house. And then half of them will go there. And they'll collect their money. And we laughing at them, they pushing a broom, but everybody got a mansion. Because we not like, because they're pooling their resources and they not like, oh, well, you grown now, so get out.
out.
And then we turn around and be like, well, little John, little Ray, he's a killer now. You didn't let him evolve. You just kicked him out when he was 16. You know what I mean? So he willing to do whatever to prove that point to you.
That he a man.
This would turn me out. I got kicked out when I was 14, 15. You feel what I'm saying? I walked around with a blade every day, selling bags. Why? Because I wanted to turn into a man before it was my time. You know what I'm saying? And then once I got started, I'm selling this and selling that and doing this and doing that. Now I ain't never coming back home.
Late, yeah.
Now it's hard for you to break that. People don't understand how addictive that cycle is, that being vicious. You know what I'm saying? So
that's something.
We can't just be like, oh well, our women are grown at 21. We not grown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna
But being kicked out, that's on the same line.
Listen, I'm gonna get real deep with this because it's a lot of sisters here that got the false impression because they got $100,000, $200,000 salary job. Hold on, let me make it clear. The brothers are not allowed to get these jobs. Don't get it twisted. Apply them same principles when you take Section 8. They don't want your man to be there and you still get Section 8. That also applies to when you go to the workforce. Don't play yourself. They don't want us there, so you need to stop acting like we can't do it too.
But men get
hold on.
Men get paid more than women, so we ain't gonna talk about that. Yes, y'all
We do not.
Yes, y'all do.
You right now.
Not black men.
Black men.
Black men. No, we talking about
black men. Come on, man. Hold on. This is a European colonial system and society. White men are going to be at the pinnacle. White men do not equate to black men. It's brothers right now got 2 and 3 degrees, can't get a job. It's a sister, they ain't got no degree, they can get a clerical job. They're not afraid of you. That's the difference. So you can't lump the brothers up like we don't want to grow, we don't want to evolve. We're willing to kill somebody to evolve. How can you tell me these brothers don't want to evolve? They ready to cut down their own brother. They ready to sell them crack to please the woman. Let's put it in real perspective.
But what makes y'all think that?
Want to grow.
What makes y'all think selling crack pleases
What you mean? You just told us about the sister like, oh, you going to pay this bill and you going to pay this. I don't care whether you smart or I'm smart, but you better have that money.
The average crack dealer on a corner, that money is not going back to the household. That is being spent before they even go back home.
That's what I'm saying.
Not making.
Well, hold up. But you further making my point. If you a youngin though, you gotta pay to play. If somebody giving you a pack, you might only get 25%, if that, off of that. Correct. And you got to stay down until you can be a factor. What does that do to somebody?
But that's not the girl doing it. Your mom put you out. That's not a female doing that.
That's the same thing. It's all of us. It's not male or female. It's a vicious cycle that we're all in. We all need to take a step back.
And be accountable.
We all need to take a step back and say, hey, when I do this, this causes this to happen. It affects everybody on both sides. So we can't single out and be like, oh, well, the brothers. It's all of us. We all part of the same unit.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. The same mother, but it's just, it's different. And not saying that women, not saying when I got out, I knew what I was doing, but I just think for us, it was just different. You guys will never see it as we'll never see it for y'all. Y'all really don't see it as pain. We feel it as pain like it's a holdback. Y'all kind of got to go outside and stay out later than the female. You know what I mean?
Man, listen, but see the trade-off for that though. The trade-off is this: when you turn 10 as a black male, all your teachers become intimidated by you. They treat you like you're a golden child. And then when you like 12, 13, they start looking at you like you're a little miscreant, like you're a little demon. Can you sit in the back? They stop calling on you. They stop giving you the snacks, especially if you're a dark-skinned child. Feel what I'm saying? Then when you walk down the street, the police look at you good. That ain't the same for women.
Right.
You look, men go through so much stress that women don't even account for. It's mind-blowing.
I think
it's mind-blowing. And you always got to prove yourself to your mans and your folks and them. People don't know how long it took me to break myself away from the ways of having to prove myself.
Correct.
Always having to fight. I got scars. I done got cut so many times. I got bullets in me. And I'm the conscious brother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, to be a black man in America, to be a black man in DMV, you got to be tough. Or you ain't going to make it, Slim. You not. You not.
But let me ask you this thing. Just being kicked out as a youngin', do you think your parent, when they made that decision, that they knew that they instilled in you what you needed, or were you just doing things to get put out? You know what I mean?
I was rebellious. Nobody would take on what it was in my true heart of spirit. Everybody was just telling me to do this and that and this and that and this and what they don't approve of all the time. And I felt like at a certain point in my life, people just didn't pay me no mind. So I just started doing whatever I wanted.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, catch me. And then time would go by and I never get caught. Sneak girls in the house, never get caught. Smoke weed in the house, nobody never say nothing.
Right.
And it started like that.
But that's what I'm saying. What made you start doing that? Was your mother
hold on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She not on
We about to go way deep.
Y'all about to go.
Yeah.
I heard you.
So this is what we're going to
No
do. Because we're going to need to do this. We didn't ran out of time.
I got you.
And we got another show coming.
I got you.
I think we need to have a whole show.
This was a good talk.
That was a good jump.
On connections and understanding, because I think what I just heard is that, for one, there's a lot of scars and pain individually in all of us.
Right.
Absolutely.
But part of that comes from the fact that the cycle continues because we don't understand each
Yes.
other. As male and female, we don't understand our struggles
Right.
because
Not
we
as
don't
good as
talk,
we should.
we don't communicate, and we don't
Correct.
express openly and honestly because we think the other's judging the other, or we think the other's we got to have this conversation. So what we're going to do is maybe next week, because I don't think we have anything going. So next week we're going to continue this and keep it moving.
And I want to applaud y'all for real for bringing those emotions out.
Personal.
We don't see that in y'all, so we don't know if it's there or not. So I want to congratulate y'all and thank y'all, because I heard you sing.
Word.
I heard what you said.
This gonna
Nobody
make me cry.
paid me attention. Nobody paid him attention.
Yeah, young.
Smart boy, but he went out and snuck girl. I got you.
You feel me?
And I want to
be
get deeper
reckless.
into. We definitely
Somebody
got to
catch
go into
me.
it next week because it's a lot going on, including personal issues. So we're gonna go.
Yeah,
Y'all
definitely.
make sure y'all turn up next week.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all.
We love y'all, man. Abstrakt Xcilence, the gifted, out and driven. Make sure y'all tune in. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Please go subscribe and check us out. We appreciate you in advance. All up or nothing. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Hey, that was.
Many times I prevail, Satan on my trail. I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 it's coming, I believe it, huh? Watch it leave me speechless, huh? This my winning season, huh? Flexing on my demons, huh? Knew the Lord was scheming, wasn't down for no reason, huh? My mood this whole season, Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, and I came from the bottom of the pot. When I got saved, I was on the block. I got locked with bags in my sock. I got bagged by undercover cops. Up the street from the parking lot. On the way to the barber shop. I'm just grateful that I made it out and see myself off the paper route. Still got homies living in the trenches. I feed homeless women on the benches. We treat all year like Thanksgiving. On the block, I made a great decision. There's somebody tell me I ain't winning. I got youngers changing how they feeling. Instead of telling them to stop sinning, I just show a better way of living. They still dug a 12. Still bust shells. Still bust sales. Look at them numbers on the scale. Me, I'm dug a hell. Try all the one I feel. I say I turn a wheel. When I win my life on the scale. Went from dug a 12. Now I'm dug a hell. Many times I failed. Many times I prevail. Satan on my trail. I got God, I'm doing well. Had to tell myself, I ain't taking no more L. When it sees, 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 when it sees. I had to trust you for this. I had to pray, then I had to get it, man. I had to hustle for